Hey everyone, this is Mrs. Lawson, so I'll be seeing you again next week. What you're going to need right now is that warm up. I don't know what color of paper it was on, but it looked like this that you started on Wednesday, and we are going to finish pretty much most of it to get you a little more prepared for ICANN number 3 and 4, your third attempt. So I'm going to skip number 4 and I'm going to let you try that problem. Take a look at it if you want, because when I do number 4, that's pretty much the same as me doing 7 and 8 down here. So that's where I want to talk with you right now. All right, so remember, when you have absolute value, you want to isolate the bars. In these problems, because we have the inequality sign, which I reference as the alligator, we need to make sure that your alligator's happy at the end. And I do expect for you to show me that math when you take your ICANN 3 and 4. So let's go ahead and get started with number 7. I'm going to start and I'm going to isolate the bars, which means I need to move the 4 over. So when I do that and I subtract the 4 over to the 15, I get 11. Whoops. And I need to now make my two equations, one with -5 plus r equaling 11, and then I'm going to do this again with -5 plus r equaling a -11. So the things in the bars are not changing. Doesn't matter how much or how little is in the bars, it just all goes there. And now my goal is to get r alone. So in both problems, I'm going to be adding 5, but I'll get different results. So for the equation on the left, once I add 5, I get 16. And on number 7, once I add 5, I get -6. So if this problem had presented with an equal sign, I would be done. My two answers would be 16 and -6, very similar to, or not similar, but just how I did 1 and 2 above. But here there's the inequality or the alligator, so now we need to run our test to make sure that our alligator is happy. So there is that number line there. I really don't have room to work with it, so I'm going to make another one here. And I'll put -6 on the left and 16 on the right. Draw my V. And now I'm checking to see where's my alligator going to be happy. Is he going to be happy in the V, in between the two numbers? Or is the alligator going to be happy on the outside like this? So what I want to do is test point. Again, you can test any point that you want. The point I'm going to test, and I hope you're all realizing that, if I look at my original problem and then I look at all the different versions of it, I have a more modified version, and that's the version I'm going to use. So here's my test. So when you got your ICANN 3-4 second attempt back, on a lot of your papers I wrote test. This is what I'm referring to. So the value I'm going to test is going to be a +5. And if I put 5 in the boxed modified version, I will be taking the absolute value of 0, which is why I chose 5, because I wanted to get to 0. 0 is really easy to work with. And when I take the absolute value of any number, it always comes out positive. 0 just happens to stay 0. And so now I look, is 0 less than 11? Is my alligator happy? Does the alligator get to eat the bigger amount? And it does, so it's very happy. So now I just want to check where was that 5. And if you haven't picked up on the pattern, the number that we're testing always happens to be inside the V. So 5 is somewhere in here. And that means my alligator does like to be happy here. It likes to be in between -6 and 16. So what I've done is I've graphed a picture of my solution, but now I want to write it in interval notation. So if I go left to right, which is what we did in ICANN number 1, the first spot where my alligator happy is that purple scribbly section is -6. And then the last place it's happy is 16. And I will put parentheses around there because my inequality is just a less than. If it was less than or equal to, then I'd put brackets. So let's try number 8 now. Again, I'm going to isolate the brackets. So I'm going to subtract 7 first. When I do that, I end up with negative 40. And then I'm going to divide by negative 5, and this has not happened to us yet, so it's a good thing we did this. With inequalities, when you divide or multiply by a negative number, you do have to switch the inequality sign around, so that's why I'm going to switch it to this direction, and then I end up with an 8. And now, again, it doesn't matter how much or how little is in the bars, I'm going to make two equations. So one of them is 6n plus 10 equaling 8. And then 6n plus 10 equaling negative 8. You can't really see the negative. All right, both sets of problems, I'm going to subtract 10. So in one of them I get negative 2. In the other one I get negative 18. And then I'm going to divide by 6. And I get negative 2/6. Or if you want to simplify that fraction, negative 1/3. And then when I divide over here, I get negative 3. So I get two answers. So now, if this were an equal sign in the problem, I'm done. But since there's the inequality, we'll have to run our test. So here goes the test. Here goes I'm going to scoot this over a little bit. I'm going to use the space over here. Here goes my number line. There's my v. Negative 3 is the smaller amount, so I want to put it over here. And then over here is my negative 1/3. I'll use the simplified version. And now I'm going to test. So again, I like to use the most modified version. So let's go over here. I put a box in it, and now I need to test a number. This one is not really easy to see a good number to test, but so when I can't see a really good number, the number I'm going to test with is going to be 0. So putting that in my bars, 6 times 0, I'll add 10. Order of operations, I'm going to multiply first, that's 0, and then the 0 plus 10, which again is still in the bars, is 10. And regardless of the number that's in the bars, it always comes out positive. So if there were a negative 10, it would come out as 10, but since it is 10, it will just stay 10. And now I'll bring the rest down. Is the alligator happy? Yes, he is. And now I need to see where is 0. So is 0 in here, or is 0 on the outside? And if you notice, both solutions that I tested were negative numbers. So 0 is somewhere on the right side, right over here. So this is about, it's not exact, but where the value I tested. So the alligator likes to be on the outside of the V. So with that, I will write two interval notations, one for the part on the left, one for the part on the right. For the left, I want to see where it starts and where it ends. So if I go left to right, I have an arrow, which is to the left, so that's negative infinity. And the area where he ends up stops being happy is negative 3. I will be putting, parentheses around it because the inequality start out as just the less than, not underlined. And then when I do the one on the right, and I look to see where he's happy, it starts at the negative 1/3. And if I go to the arrow that's on the right side, that would represent infinity. And again, I'll just put parentheses. So I'll have two of them. Sorry for the handwriting on here. I'm not really good at writing on this thing. All right, that is the inequality. Let's take a look at a quick graph. And I'm just going to do one with you. I'll do number 12, and then I'd suggest you look over some of the other stuff that we've done on here. So these are V-shapes. If we're talking about the transformations, that means it's going to flip the negative. The 3, because it's bigger than 1, means it will stretch. This 3, I will take the opposite, so I want to think 3, and that means it will go right 3. And this one, I will not take the opposite, but since it's a negative 1, it will go down 1. All right, to graph, I need a vertex. So when you looked at your second attempt, this is what I was referring to. So when it said a V, I need the vertex, kind of like my beginning point. And my vertex is coming from here. Whoops, again, right there. I want to continue with that idea of the opposite. So I'm going to have 3. And then the number outside the bar is the K. So this is where it's going to begin. My V will be upside down because of the flip. And my slope is 3 over 1. So I'm going to go down 3 and over 1 on both sides. And I'm going to just put one more point on there because I do expect, you know, as many points as you can fit in there. So that is graphing. I hope this goes well. I will see you guys next week. And when you're done with, after this, we're going to go into another warm-up. We do have to keep moving forward. We're going to be working in our spirals. So get your spirals out and let's get going on that video.